Maybe I should ask something as simple as that, and keep it just like super simple and see what it comes up with, and like extrapolate from that, and just kind of do it in like a new way. So let's just straight up do it. Let's say has, I don't know what to say, the Western world, or do we just like say like, let's just say the Western world. So like, yeah. So let's just say has the Western world come to a point where politicians are foolproof. No matter what they say or do, there are no consequences. Are we moving closer to complete puppet governments with using this method of personality versus policy? Force people to take one side or the other. How far do you think they can go before there is a total revolution against politicians and the like? Okay, I think that's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. So Callie, if you're ever stuck on anything, just let me know, and we can do some brainstorming about Sonata. I'm totally down for that, bro. Sounds like a good time. Oh. All right. You guys interested in this? How far does it think they can go? How far have they gone? Right? How many times can you say fucker in the pussy and still be president, right? That's the question. No one wants to say it, but that's the question. It's like, at what point in time have we lost the plot so badly that basically the devil has become our savior? It's an interesting thought, isn't it? For many different nations. Not just America, Canada, the UK. One thing that seems to be doing really well right now is like Asia and the Middle East. At least the UAE. Or UAE, United Arab Emirates. Callie, why are you still here? Go right! Actually, shouldn't you be in bed? Isn't it? It's 11 o'clock my time. Doesn't that make it like 1 o'clock in the morning for you? Were you supposed to go to bed at 11? Callie. At least do something progressive, like, right? I believe in you, Callie. You've got the power. Couldn't sleep and got scared. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Like, I see faces everywhere. Damn. You got like the howling red in your mind so much from thinking about it. And then you'll wind up with them all over your skin. It's okay, I can't say much. I haven't written very much, but we've been doing a lot of research and studying and reading, and I think that's been really, really important. Okay. On politicians being foolproof. And you know what? I'm not chancing this again. I'm just taking this shit out of here. You know what? I don't even care. So. On politicians being foolproof with no consequences. No, the Western world hasn't fully reached a point where politicians are entirely immune to consequences. But there's a growing perception and some evidence of diminished accountability in many democracies. Accountability remains a core principle of democratic systems, where mechanisms like elections, judicial oversight, media scrutiny, and public protest are designed to hold leaders responsible for misconduct. However, in practice, these systems often fall short due to factors like political polarization, institutional inertia, and the diffusion of responsibility in complex bureaucracies. For instance, scandals involving ethical breaches of policy failures frequently result in minimal repercussions, such as a temporary resignations followed by lucrative post office opportunities rather than legal penalties. Recent discussions on platforms like X highlight public frustration with users, noting that politicians face no punishment for lies, scandals, or wasted funds, often retaining pensions and influence. That said, consequences do occur. High-profile cases, such as impeachments, prosecutions, or electoral defeats, demonstrate that accountability isn't entirely absent. Think of recent examples like ousting of leaders amid corruption probes in Europe or the US. The issue seems more pronounced in real existing democracies, where accountability is uneven, influenced by factors like media capture, elite networks that protect insiders. Erosion of democratic norms, such as state capture by special interests, exacerbates this, leading to a sense that rules apply selectively. Overall, while not foolproof, the trend toward reduced consequences is real and tied to broader democratic backsliding in some Western nations. On moving toward puppet governments via personality versus policy, yes, there's evidence that Western politics is shifting toward greater emphasis on personality over policy, which can foster polarization and make governments appear more like puppets of charismatic figures or entrenched interests. Personality traits of politicians significantly influence voter preferences, often overshadowing policy details. Studies show that voters' perceptions of leaders' big five traits like extroversion or agreeableness correlate to support for liberal or conservative positions. This cult of personality dynamic is more overt in authoritarian regimes, but has seeped into democracies where media and social platforms amplify personal narratives over substantive debates. I missed you last night. My streak is broken. That's my fault, Sean. My eye was exploding last night, so I ended the stream like rather early. I think I only streamed like 6.5 hours. But my eye, because it's like, you know, from like being sick and blowing my nose, I just blew my nose so much that eventually it caught up to me, and it was like blowing a nasal cavity. I'm sorry, Sean. Just noticed Dumb Girl Evolution. Also, Chapter 2 of Treehouse Isekai has been posted. Nice, Sean. We've read Goblin Girl Evolution, Gamer Girl Evolution, Fox Girl Evolution, and we've substantially rounded out what we're going to do for Stoner Girl Evolution. But I saw this, Sean. I saw this. And I was, like, really hoping you would pop in yesterday. So far, Gamer Girl is the best start. Gamer Girl was pretty good.